So you just bought a Tesla and you're looking for the essentials, or maybe you've had one for quite a while now and you just feel like some things are kind of missing. Either way, there are a couple of simple things that you can add that actually go a long way in making your daily drives and even longer trips way more convenient. So here are 10 Tesla interior accessories for under $100 that I wish I'd known about way sooner. This video is brought to you by MagBak. Check out some of the great Tesla accessories featured in this video at the link in the description down below, and use code BradyJ15 at checkout to get 15% off your purchase. Let's start with this wooden panel on the dashboard. After asking around, there are actually lots of very divided opinions on this wooden trim aesthetic. You either absolutely love it or absolutely hate it. Personally, I don't mind it, but after riding in other Model 3s and Model Ys and even some of the Model S Plaids, I just wasn't a fan. It kind of just soured on me, I think. What really did it in for me though was this loaner Model Y that Tesla gave me during a recent repair I had for a week. I absolutely fell in love with the white interior, and it's definitely something alone that I plan on getting in my next Tesla. But for now, I found this very nice dash panel cover that looks stock, covers up the wood, and gives just the right amount of white accent for the otherwise dark interior. It's made up of two pieces, and the installation is just as simple as, well, just popping it on. There is a seam in the middle, but they meet behind the screen, so it looks like one continuous piece, and you're never really gonna notice that seam. There are also lots of other finishes you can get, like matte black and carbon fiber, which also look great. And the best part, these both fit the Model 3 and Model Y, which share around 75% of the same parts, so thankfully not too surprising. Next up, one of the first things that I tell people to get in any car is a good set of all-weather floor mats. I opted for the stock Tesla all-weather mats for the Model 3 because I kinda just like the OEM look and the fit. They do a great job at keeping your carpets clean, and I'm kind of a sucker for that OEM sideways Tesla logo every time I open the door. The trunk mat is a little bit of a different one though. I've got the 3D Max Spider mat, which may not look quite as stock, but the slot it leaves for the little pull tab leaves my sub-trunk open for easy accessibility, so I can still easily store things like my camera case on trips. The best part, I actually found these on Facebook Marketplace in like new condition, so I only paid like $130 for all of these, which I know that's not $100, but still quite a steal. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to go to Facebook Market. I'm sure that you can find ones for way cheaper than even I got these for. Now, I don't know about you, but the number one eyesore I had getting into my Model 3 when I first got it has to be these fingerprint magnet piano black panels. Everybody online hates these two. Clearly Tesla heard the complaints too, because the newer center consoles don't have this glossy fingerprint magnet finish. So I hit up Nestour and asked if they'd be interested in sending these panels over for review, and they very kindly did. These aren't hard to install at all. The main tip I would tell you is to leave enough panel gap for this to still open up. The included 3M adhesive made installation take all of about 5 minutes, so after that, this center console looked phenomenal. Seriously though, I don't know why on earth Tesla didn't just ship it with this finish to begin with. I mean, it looks so stock, and they've held up very well over the past few months I've had them. Next up, we've got something that is kind of a minor tweak, but it actually matters a lot more than you would think. The center console port selection in the Model 3 and Model Y leaves a little bit to be desired. On earlier years like mine, it's just 2 USB-A ports, which is a little bit outdated in the age of USB-C. But otherwise, that sounds okay until you have to unplug one half of the wireless charger to connect literally anything else. That's where this guy comes in. This is the Taptes USB Hub for earlier Model 3s. This gives you not 1, not 2, but 5 ports for just about anything you would need. It slots right in as if it were always there, and it has a hidden compartment where you can actually wire up an SSD or a USB drive for your dash cam and Sentry mode recordings. I'll also link similar options down below if you've got a Model Y or a different port selection. This is definitely one of those things that I forget I have and get really annoyed anytime I ride in other people's Teslas. Going off of that, we have something that mainly applies to older year Model 3s like my 2018, but you may notice that newer Teslas have that wireless charger right there for your phone. Meanwhile, this included mat has a spot to run a cable through it, and that's about it. Well, this is a way to swap out that included one for a functional wireless charger. Like everything else on this list, the instructions make installation a breeze, and while it's not the fastest charger in the world, it's definitely a great way to put your phone down when you get in the car to go somewhere and really not have to think about it. But if you want a faster and a little more elegant solution, today's video sponsor MagBak has you covered. I'd seen this charger around for quite a bit in other friends' Teslas, but I had no idea just how nice and how convenient using it would really be. This thing has quickly become my absolute favorite way to mount my phone, probably in any car I've ever owned, gas or electric. Plus, their fast charge adapter tucks away in the center console and gives you a pretty fast 10-watt fast charging, which is way better than most USB ports and the stock wireless chargers you'd find in other cars. It uses a simple 3M adhesive and slim cable, which makes installation a breeze. I ended up running the wire behind my screen and kind of tucked it into the panel gap on the center console. They were also kind enough to send me the MagBak phone case for iPhone 15, and I've got to say, I was very impressed with this case. The magnets are the strongest I have ever tested on any phone case. I actually stuck this thing to the front of a Cybertruck in the Mojave Desert while we were off-roading, and surprise, surprise, I still have my phone, so pretty impressive. They also have these mag sticks with 3M adhesive that let you stick it in more non-conventional places too. I also love the aesthetic and ability to swap out the buttons for different color ones to give it a bit more contrast. Personally, I'm rocking a blue case with red buttons because, I don't know, it just looks cool to me. Seriously, this phone case has not left my phone since they gave it to me. If you're looking for a good mounting solution and you were to ask me, this is definitely it. It's something I use every single day and stand behind completely. Also, head to the link in the description down below and use code BradyJ15 to get 15% off your order. And thanks again to MagBak for sending these out for review and sponsoring this video. Next up, I'm not normally a huge fan of matte finish screen protectors, but this is an absolute must. With all your settings being on this center screen in the Tesla, it makes swiping through menus on the road a breeze and keeps your screen scratch and smudge free. Years ago in the Model 3 keynote, it was talked about that you would be able to fit a whole surfboard in this car, and if you're doing anything even remotely similar to that, the last thing you want is a $1,000 plus screen repair. Here's another simple one. If you do a lot of outdoor activities during warmer seasons like me, you might want to protect your center console leather from sweat or sunscreen. Or maybe you just want it to match your all-white OEM interior. This OEM-looking cover slides right over your center console and protects it from scratches and stains over time. Another thing I put on and pretty much completely forgot about. Pretty seamless, pretty convenient. Definitely recommend it. Finally, something else for the trunk that fits both the Model 3 and Model Y. This Velcro divider keeps important items from sliding out of the side pocket and flying all over the place in the back of the trunk. It's pretty self-explanatory, you just stick it on with the Velcro and good. But we're not done quite yet. For all of my fellow content creators out there shooting content in your cars, this mount is a must. I actually found this from another car video, and it's crazy cheap and very solid for the price. I wouldn't trust it with something more robust like a cinema camera like a Canon C70, but for something smaller like a mirrorless camera, an iPhone, or an action camera, it's a rock solid way to mount an angle to your window or windshield. So there you have it. 10, well, actually 11 interior accessories that I use literally every single day in my Tesla Model 3. Most of these are of course compatible with the Model 3 and Model Y, but if there are any more version-specific links and options, I will have both linked down below. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, see you in the next one.